Here, one sitting is ready, of course. Well, Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa. I am here with you. Accordance with titles, yes, today we are roasting Divya Spandana Ramya. And now, it is the points of today's toxic feminism. And now, here today's topic is here Ketan Agarwal's death realities. And now, here I am back to discuss about Ketan Agarwal's death realities as the moments in the topic of science and technology. Okay. Now, recently, here is a statement we just heard from Deepa Spandana Ramya, and the following statement is I would show you that is the disgusting at the moment. Okay. It is she, Deepa Spandana Ramya. Okay. Now here we can see these points. Now let's check at her political careers. Accordance with political careers, Divya Spandana Ramya joined Indian Youth Congress in 2012. Here we can see these points. She became Indian National Congress members, and now, in 2007, Divya Spandana Ramya is instrumental of turning around Rahul Gandhi and Indian National Congress social media image. Where in 2017 she was appointed to head of the Indian National Congress social media wings. And now let's check it. What is her statements? Okay. Accordance with her statements here, Divya Spandana Ramya states that here when the topic is about Supreme Court remark state dog to be in prisons. Here Divya Spandana Ramya states we cannot read man mind too. Do not know that when he would R word or M word eliminations. So put all men in jails. That is the statements of here Divya Spandana Ramya. Generally here Divya Spandana Ramya states here men are eliminators, eliminate criminals, men are R-word criminals, so all men would be in prisons. That is the statements of Divya Spandana Ramya. And now let's check it. And here today's as in replies, today's we are talking about Ketan Agarwal's death reality. Ketan Agarwal, real estate business man. Okay. Now it is the points, and Ketan Agarwal was fiancé of whom the eliminator Shia Ghoshals. And now let's today the points. What is the Ketan Agarwal's project in Saudi Arabia? Here we can see. Now let's discuss at the moment. Okay. It is here Makkah, the city of Saudi Arabia, accordance with the project of Ketan Agarwal. And in these times, here we could see, here it would be almost 25,000 buildings. I mean, it is about 1,000 buildings that every building would contains 25,000 stories. And now let's check it the moments. And now let's assume at the points where about the moments we could see that would be a significance at sometimes. Well, now here we can see it now when structural here stills is regards as an to be were to be here 3 million tons in the perception of 100,000 stories. Well, 3 divided by 4, that is here 3 billion tons. Hence, 25 million tons, it would require almost 27, I apologize, 750 million tons. I mean 75 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 kilograms. Okay. Now let's take the moments, and here we can see what about the cargo ships, and here we can see the sponge. Or here stills cargo ship requires stills would require 6,700 trips when if and only if the building would be requires here 100,000 stories. But for 25,000 stories, that would be here 67,000. I apologize, 6,700 divided by 4. That would be almost 1675. And now let's check it the points. And here now let's check it the moments. Now here today's point is about the cargo ships, and in this points here the cargo ship moments. Well, here we could see. Now let's check the points about the sometimes. Here departure is Mumbai, the city of Maharashtra, provincial state of India, and here their first stop is Maldives. Second stop is here sea beach near to Western Australia. Next stop is here we can see sea beach near to Southern South Africa. Next stop is here sea beach near to Buenos Aires and Uruguay, and here sea beach near to here Brazil, Ghana, French Guiana, Vietnam. I apologize, that was Venezuela. Sea beach middle in of Cuba, and here sea beach near to New York and some Canadian Iceland. Then the next stop is sea beach near to Plymouth, the sea beach city of England, and every sea beach of Portugal. Hence, their stop is the Strait of Gibraltar between Spain and Morocco. Then their stop is near to here between Italy and Tunisia. Then their next stop is Tel Aviv, the capital city of Israel. Then their stop is Suez Canal to arrive where? So Jeddah, the city of Saudi Arabia. Jeddah, the sea beach of Saudi Arabia. And now here we can see. Let's check at the moments. What's the significant points? In that cases, here the total naval distance of cargo ships would be 26,415.1. And now we we are here to convert it into kilometers because here naval distance is 26,415.1 nautical miles. And now let's check it. What is the matters as the here nautical mile to kilometers, and in this cases 26,415.1, that would be here nautical miles, and that can be complete as in 48,920 kilometers, 465 meters, 200 millimeters. As a round figure, here we can see that would be here 49,000 kilometers. And now it is the moments about the Ketan Agarwal's real estate groups as the moments. Here we can see as a Ketan Agarwal's real estate groups, and here that is the significant points. Well, what would be the velocity? That is the calculated moments. Okay. Now here we can check it. What is 40 multiplied by 5? That is 200. And what is 4 multiplied by, I will guess, what is 5 multiplied by 9? That is 45. That means here 49 multiplied by 5 is 245. That means here we can see Ketan Agarwal's cargo ship velocity would be here 245,000 kilometer per second. And now that significant matters because here we can say in these cases when the travel time and when the travel distance would be naval distance as 49,000 kilometers. In these cases, what would be the naval time? Naval time would be here 0.2 seconds because here naval velocity is 245,000 kilometers per second. And now that is the significant realities as we could see. Okay. And now in this cases the moments, what will be the difference between departure times and arrival times? Now here we can calculate here departure times and arrival times as a perception of time zone of Jeddah. I mean here time zone of Saudi Arabia. Okay, what is the today's case? Yes, it would be here July 7th. Okay. Now in these cases, if and only if Ketan Agarwal would alive, then what would matter? In that cases, okay. Well, in that cases here, Ketan Agarwal's real estate cargo ships would contest the departure time would be morning 6 o'clock, July 7, 2026. And the arrival time would be here morning 6 o'clock, 0.2 seconds past, July 7, 2026. And now that is the moments at the points. And in these cases, July 7, it is the points about punctuality of alive Ketan Agarwal's real estate business. But now, in reality is that here Ketan Agarwal was eliminated by here whom? Sheikh. And now, in these cases, who is now business person of Ketan Agarwal's real estate business? Of course, Ketan Agarwal's sister. And now, let's check it. What would see the points? In that cases, here we can see, well, here cargo ship velocity would be 7 km per hour in lieu of 245,000 km per second. And now here we can see the naval distance is 49,000 kilometers. That means here naval timing would be 7,000 hours. Okay. And now we can see the points. What is the meaning of 7,000 hours? That means 7 multiplied by 83 days, 4 hours. Okay. Now let's take it the points. What is 7 multiplied by 83 days? Okay. Now here we can see this one. 7 multiplied by 80 is 560. On the other hand, here now 3 multiplied by 7 is 21. That means 83 multiplied by 7 is 581 days. And now let's come into the facts. Driving period is mostly 12 hours per day. And now let's check it. 4 hours. What is the meaning of that? In that cases, 4 hours multiplied by 7 is 28 hours. Now 28 subtract by 24 is almost 4. We can see the response. That means it is clear. That is 583 days for 4 hours. That is clear. Okay. And now let's check the months. What is 583? That is their nearest to 730. And here we can see this points. Or it would be stated as 731. Now let's check the moments. Well, 730 subtract by 580. I mean 73 subtract by 58 is almost 23 subtract by 8. That is 15. Well, now in this part 50 subtract by 3 is 147. Okay. Now departure date is July 7, 2026, and arrival date sum by 147 would be July 7, 2028. Well, and now that is your 104. That would be better to state there here 148. Okay. And now let's check it the moments. 148 and to July 7th, 2028. That means here 141 and to here July 1st, 2028. Okay. Now here you can see May and June contains 61 days. Well, March and April contains 61 days. What is 61 multiplied by 2? That is 122. What is 48 subtract by 22? That is here 26. And now let's contest the 29 subtract by 26. That is 3. Here arrival, that means arrival date would be here May. The arrival date would be almost February 3rd, 2028. Okay. Now what is morning 6 o'clock by 4 hours? That is morning 10 o'clock. That means now in reality after the death of Ketan Agarwal, Ketan Agarwal's sister would be the businesswoman of real estate business, and in this year Here, Ketan Agarwal's. Now, what is the effect on Ketan Agarwal's real estate business? Now, Ketan Agarwal's sister's cargo ships departure time is morning 6 o'clock, July 7, 2026, and arrival time would be morning 10 o'clock, February 3rd, 2028. And now, let's check at the moments. It is the lack of punctualities we can find on Ketan Agarwal's sisters, where punctuality is in Ketan Agarwal's. And now, let's check at the moments. And here the topic is man would be angels, but the reality is, in these cases, when Ketan Agarwal would alive, here Ketan Agarwal's cargo ship velocity would be 245,000 km per second. But after Ketan Agarwal's death in the hand of his fiancée Sheikh, Ketan Agarwal's sister's cargo ship velocity is 7 km per hour. Now, where is 245,000 km per second and where is 7 km per hour? That is the significant difference at the moment. Well, now let's check it. What is the velocity? It is the topic of the velocity. Now, when naval distance is 49,000 kilometers and the naval departure times would be here morning 6 o'clock, July 7, 2026, and in these cases, when Ketan Agarwal was arrived, here departure time would be morning 6 o'clock, 0.2 second past, here July 7, 2026, and now when Ketan Agarwal is eliminated by in the hands of criminals, Sheikh, Ketan Agarwal's sister's cargo ship arrival time would be morning 10 o'clock, February 3rd, 2028. Now, where is arrival time to be here? Morning 6 o'clock, 0.2 second past, July 7, 2026, and where is morning 10 o'clock, February 3rd, 2028 as an arrival time. That is a difference of the velocity and the punctual business punctuality. And now that is the points. Here we can see Ketan Agarwal is eliminated by his women fiancée Sheikh. And now the Ketan after the Ketan Agarwal's death, who gets the benefits of Ketan Agarwal's death as a real estate business? Ketan Agarwal's sisters. And now here is my question that to my dear ugly girls, Divya, Spandana, Ramya, that who is the culprit of M word? It is man or woman? Here we can see this clear cut moments here. The unethical assassinator is always women. And here we can see unethical assassinations of Ketan Agarwal. Here we can see direct eliminator is Sheikh Ketan Agarwal's fiancée. And now, who is the mastermind? Either Ketan Agarwal's fiancée, Sheikh or Ketan Agarwal's sisters. Because after Ketan Agarwal's death, here the real estate business is in the hand of whom? Real estate business is in the hand of Ketan Agarwal's sisters. And now that is the moment who is the assassination criminals? Men or women? That is my question to here Divya, Spandana, Ramya. Okay. And now let's take the points. Secondly, here we can see when Ketan Agarwal's sister would be the real estate business women, then what is the project in Saudi Arabia? Here we can see, here is the project is about 5-storied building in Makkah, the city of Saudi Arabia, where my religious community would pray. Yes, I am Muslim. And now here we can see the points. We can notify here points. And now let's check at the moments. What's going on? Here is the significant moment. Now, well, 25,000 storage building requires here 3 billion tons. I mean, average 75 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 kilograms of structural steels. Then here we can see the points. What is the regards at the moments? Well, 25 divided by 5 is 5, and we can see the points. In this cases, 25,000 buildings, it requires almost 75 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 kilograms. Hence 5,000 buildings, it would require almost here 15 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 kilograms. And now that is the moment. What about the 5-story building in lieu of 5,000 storage buildings? That would be here 15 multiplied by 10 to the power 2 kilograms structure all buildings requires. And now that is the moment at the points. Well, now when Ketan Agarwal was alive, here now here we can see when Ketan Agarwal was alive, here for 25,000 storage building, that requires almost 75 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 kilograms structural steels. On the other hand, now when here Ketan Agarwal's sister is the business woman of real estate business after the death of Ketan Agarwal. Here we could see this. Well, Ketan Agarwal's sister's requires 15 multiplied by 10 to the power 7 kilograms structural steels in the project of 5-story building. Now, where is 25,000 storage building and where is 5-story building? On the other hand, where is here 75 multiplied by 10 to the power 10 kilograms and where is 15 multiplied by 10 to the power 7 kilograms? And now that is the significant disaster for the real estate business, and that is not accepted. And in these cases, here is the reasons that why Ketan Agarwal has been eliminated by his fiancée Sheikh Agarwal. Because probably in the real estate business, Here we can see both of Ketan Agarwal's fiancé and Ketan Agarwal's sister gets the beneficials from the Ketan Agarwal's death. And now here we can see these points. Now what is the moment? Because Ketan Agarwal's well, fiancé and sister believes here uh, five-storied building is environment friendly, accordance with both of Ketan Agarwal's sister and Ketan Agarwal's fiancé. And where science states here 200,000 stories building is environment friendly. And now here we can see here topic is about 25,000 storage building. Here 25,000 storage building is somehow eco-friendly accordance with the Ketan Agarwal's real estate business. And that is the points. Well, here is some arguments between Ketan Agarwal's and Ketan Agarwal's sisters, or probably it would be the probable arguments between Ketan Agarwal's and his sisters. And that is the result that why Sheikh and her future sister-in-law gets the beneficials when Ketan Agarwal has been eliminated by Shia Ghosals. And now that is the significant moments. Okay. Well, here we can see we can state the beneficials of Ketan Agarwal's death. We have stated the here velocity. We have discussed the travel time. Now let's discuss about points. Okay. Now we can see these moments. We can discuss the significant moments and cargo ship kinetic powers. And now let's check at the moments. What would about the cargo ship kinetic powers? And now, well, now here we can see for 25. Here we can start here 25,000 storage buildings. Here is the required structural steels carrier cargo ship numbers would be 1675. Okay. Now, as an allied Ketan Agarwal's, when the velocity of cargo ship would be 245,000 kilometer per second, and here is the discussions that what would be here statistic energy of 1675 cargo ships. Now it is the clear the moments. Well, each cargo ship would require almost what? Well, 65. Here we can see the payload. Extra payload is here 45 multiplied by 10 to the power here 450,000 tons and 45 multiplied by 10 to the power 4 tons. That means here 45 multiplied by 10 to the power 7 kilograms. Here is the overall cargo ship weight would be one cargo ship weight would be 65 multiplied by 10 to the power 7 tons. And now let's check it the ones. What is the statistic energy of 1675 cargo ships? That is 1675 multiplied by 65 multiplied by 10 to the power 7 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 10 to the power 16. And here we can see the 16 sum by 7 is 23 in this case. And now let's take the pulse. What is 65 subtracted by 9? I apologize. What is 65 multiplied by 9? And in this case that is 65 multiplied by bracket of 10 subtracted by 65. That is here 650 subtracted by 65. And now here we can see what is 65 subtract by 6, that is 59. Well, what is 19 subtract by 5, that is 85. That is, here we can see, here calculation is 1675 multiplied by 585 multiplied by 10 to the power 23. And now, here is the cases at the moments. What's the journey? Okay. And here we can see. Now, let's get the moments. Here we could see 16, 70. Oh my god, don't I? 16, 75 multiplied by 585 multiplied by 1. Okay. Multiple by bracket, multiple by here 10 to the power somehow 23. Okay. Now here we can see the sponge, that is almost, well, okay, that is almost here 98 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joules. Okay. And now here we can see the sponge. What is 245 divided by 300, because the velocity of light is 300,000 kilometer per second. Hence the velocity of here cargo ship would be 245,000 kilometer per second. Hence here the velocity of cargo ship divided by velocity of light is 0.8167. Okay. Now let's check at the points. What is the value of lambda? Now let's check it. So 1 divided by bracket of square root of bracket of 1 subtract by 0.8167 square. And now here we can see the points. Now here we can see, and it is clear here value of lambda is 1.73292. Okay. And now what is the value of lambda subtract by 1? That is 0.73292. Okay. Now here we can see this. What is the kinetic energies? That is our first calculations. Well, 98 multiplied by 10 to the power 27. Well, that can be multiplied by words. Here 0.73292. And now let's check it. Here we can see this points of here kinetic energy is 71.82616 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joules. Okay. As a round figure, that would be here 72 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joules. And now what is 72 divided by 0.2, that is 72 multiplied by 5, that is at 360 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joules. I have guys 360 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 watts. Now let's check it the moments. What is 360 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 watts? Now let's check it the moments. What here we can see what is 27, that is 21 sum by 6. And what is 21? That is 15 sum by 6. That means it is almost 360 million quadrillions megawatts as a here kinetic powers of entered 1675 cargo ship under Ketan Agarwal, the real estate businessman. And now let's take at the moments. Well, Ketan Agarwal has been eliminated in June 22 or June 25. Now, here Ketan Agarwal's sister is commanders of Ketan Agarwal's real estate business. Now let's check it what happens. Now in that cases, here we could notify Ketan Agarwal's. Now let's discuss about the Ketan Agarwal's business. Here Ketan Agarwal's business in the hand of Ketan Agarwal's sister. We could see the first of all what is the requirements at the moment. Well, here it is the significant moments at the points. 1675 divided by 500 as well as 1675 divided by 5000. That can be is almost one cargo ship as regards. Well, here we can see that it would be one cargo ship moments. And now here one cargo ship complete payload is 65 multiplied by 10 to the power 7 kilograms. Well, when the velocity would be here 7 kilometer per hour. Now let's check it. What is 7 kilometer per hour? That is here 7 multiplied by 1000 divided by 3600. That means 70 divided by the 36 as a round figure is that 2 meter per second. Okay. Now half of payload of cargo ship would be here almost. Well, 32.5 multiplied by 10 to the power 7 kilograms. And now let's check at the moments. What is the velocity square? That is here 4 meter square per second square. Because here velocity is 2 meter per second to be here 7 kilometer per hour. And now that is the significant points. Well, and in this cases here what is the calculations of kinetic force? That is 32 point. Well, what is the calculation of kinetic energy? That is 32.5 multiplied by 10 to the power 7 multiplied by 4. That is here 13 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 joules. Here we could calculate the kinetic energies. And now let it is the kinetic energies of Ketan Agarwal's sister as a real estate businesswoman. And now let's check it. What would be the kinetic powers? And here we can see that is the significant disaster moments. Here we could see this here 13 multiplied by 10 to the power 8. That can be here divided by watts. Here that can be divided by well bracket of 7 multiplied by 36 multiplied by well 10 to the power 5. And now let's check at the moments. What is the calculated kinetic powers? That is almost 51.59 watts. That is 52 watts. And now let's check at the moments. Here we can calculate here the significant kinetic powers moments. And now here we can see this points. Now Ketan, here we can see the points. Well, when Ketan Agarwal was alive, here 1675 structural steel carrier cargo ship kinetic force was Here 36 million quadrillions megawatts. But when Ketan Agarwal has been eliminated, Ketan Agarwal's sister's cargo ship kinetic power is 52 watts, where is 360 million quadrillions megawatts and where is 52 watts. That is the significant difference of the kinetic powers. And here we can see, and in this cases, well, now let's check it. Here for 100,000 building cost here 40 trillion United States dollars. And here we can see what about the 25,000 buildings that would cost almost 10 United States dollars. I have the guys 10 trillion United States dollars. And now let's take the moments. Now if Ketan Agarwal would be alive, here the project of 25,000 storage building in Saudi Arabia can bring 10 trillion United States dollars to what? To the gross domestic products of India. And now, what is the gross domestic products of India according with June 2026? That is 4.19 trillion United States dollars. Now, here is the moment. 4.19 trillion United States dollars, as sometimes will, after addition of 10 trillion United States dollars, what would be the gross domestic products of United States of America? That would be here. Well, that would be almost what? That would be here. We can see 14.19 trillion United States dollars. And now that is the moment at the points. And now we can see this when Ketan Agarwal can contains capability to bring 10 trillion United States dollars as an addition of to the gross domestic product of India through the project in Saudi Arabia of 25,000 storage buildings. And here we could see these points. Well, here fiancé Sia Ghosal's wish cannot be fulfilled, and here left side wish cannot be fulfilled, and neither here Ketan Agarwal's sister's luxury lifestyle cannot be fulfilled because, well, neither Sia Ghoshal nor Ketan Agarwal's sisters cannot contest the capability to add 10 trillion United States dollars to the current gross domestic products of India like Ketan Agarwal's contest capability. And here is the moment why Ketan Agarwal has been eliminated, and here who is the masterminds? Probably both of Sia Ghoshal and Ketan Agarwal's sister. But the problem is that here our honorable Indian National Congress politicians, Divya, Spandana, Ramya, that contains here significant points statements, that is, well, man can be R-word, man can be M-word, should all men be in jails? That is the statements of Divya, Spandana, Ramya, where Ketan Agarwal's death case proves that here the mastermind of Ketan Agarwal's eliminations is the women's, they can be either Shia Ghosal's or Ketan Agarwal's sisters. Because here Shia Ghosal's benefits is that here Shia Ghoshal does not like any scientific real estate businessman that who can contest the capability to build 25,000 storage building in real estate business. Well, it is here we can see that is the points of Shia Ghoshal. Now we can see what is the benefits of Ketan Agarwal sisters. That is here Ketan Agarwal sisters can be here real estate business women of Ketan Agarwal's real estate business to destroy the business, real estate business empires and the gross domestic products of India as well. And now that is the momentums at the points. Here we can see who is the M word criminals, man or women. That is my questions to Divya, Spandana, Ramya. And here we can see the we think Divya, Spandana, Ramya would definitely know that who would be the criminals. Okay. And now let's take at the moments. Well, here we can see. Okay. Now let's take at the moments. Here we can state the points. What would be the cargo ship fuel systems? Well, when Ketan Agarwal's sister would be here cargo ship real estate business women. In that cases, what would be the cargo ship fuels? Of course, cargo ship fuels. But when Ketan Agarwal was alive, what was cargo ship fuels? That is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. So let's come to the project. When Ketan Agarwal would be alive, then here we can see the kinetic energy of 1675 cargo ship to be 72 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joules. What is the meaning of that? As a measurement of fuel weights. Now let's check at the moments. And in these cases, here we can notify that is the significant terms. Just wait for some times. And here we can see, well, 72 multiplied by 10 to the power 27 joule as a kinetic energy of 1675 cargo ships to carry structural steel. Well, that can be divided by bracket of 15,408 joule per kilogram per kelvin as a specific heat of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius multiplied by the following temperatures of artificial solar arc reactor bracket close. And now let's check this what's going on. That is almost 7.02 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 645 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And now let's check at the moments. What is Ketan Agarwal's sisters cargo ship mentalities? Well, here energy would be Ketan Agarwal's sisters real estate cargo ship kinetic energy is 13 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 joule as a kinetic energy can be divided by bracket of words. Well, 2000 joule per kilogram per Kelvin as a specific heat of cargo ship was multiplied by 50 degrees Celsius as a highest temperature difference multiplied by 1.01 kilogram per liters as a density of cargo ship walls bracket close. And now let's check it. What's going on? That is almost 12,871. I mean here 12,872. Well, liters of cargo ship walls. That means it would be almost 13,000. Oh my god. It would be almost 13,000. Oh my god. 13,000 kilograms of cargo ship walls. And now let's check at the moments. When the topic is about 13,000 kilograms of cargo ship walls is records by Ketan Agarwal's sister to be realistic businesswoman. When here Ketan Agarwal's business that requires almost 7.02 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 645 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with a temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degree Celsius. That is the requirements and the points. Now, where is here 7.02 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 645 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius as a fuel of cargo ship of Ketan Agarwal's real estate business to build here 25,000 storage building. And where is 13,000 kilograms of cargo ship oil of Ketan Agarwal's sisters real estate cargo ships to build 5 storage building. And now that is the significant difference of the projects. And now here we could see that is a significant dangerous points. And here we can notify well it is the calculation that why Ketan Agarwal has been eliminated by the hand of Sheikh where the mastermind was either Sheikh or Ketan Agarwal's sisters. And now you can see the points. Well, now here we can see these moments. It would be the self-claimed sister, I don't know. Well, who is Ketan Agarwal, her real estate businessman sister. And now let's check at the moments. Well, the women was Ketan Agarwal's. Well, Ketan Agarwal's sister has not been publicly named in media report, but she played a crucial role to exposing murder plots. That is the moment. After his death of Logan Port of June 18, 2026, she refused to accept the accidental failed narratives. and directly questions his fancy Shia. Okay, now here we can see those moments. Now, well, it is we can see the structures. Now, in these cases, here we can say, well, here we have read the several books where Sheikh as both of Sheikh and Ketan Agarwal's sister wasn't partner of each other to in the project. The project is to eliminate Ketan Agarwal. When Ketan Agarwal's elimination is complete, and now here we can see there was sometimes an Ketan Agarwal's network partition is in the confidential disputes. Hence, Ketan Agarwal's sister want to receive all network of Ketan Agarwal's of her brothers. Hence, the Ketan Agarwal's sisters is blaming Shia. Well, actually, Shia is the real criminal, but Shia is one of the multiple real criminals, where the second real criminal is Ketan Agarwal's sisters. That is why the Ketan Agarwal's sister's name has not been in the public report. Now we can see the funds. Now in by the elections, when someone would be win from Pune, hence we could mention that who was Ketan Agarwal's sister, that can be publicly mentioned, because the sister would be probably here an MLA or MP of the Maharashtra from Pune constituencies, or she would be here the word mafia types. I do not know what is the going on. And now, in these cases, Ketan Agarwal's sisters gets the benefits from Ketan Agarwal's assassinations. And now, here we can see there is the significant terms as we could notify. Well, and here we can now let's check it. Well, what is the moments at the sometimes? Okay. Here now let's check it here. Reinforcement concrete. Well, reinforcement concrete requires almost 60 billion ton for only for 100,000 storage building. 60 billion, that means 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 13 tons. That means 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 16 kilograms. Okay. Now here we can see this points. Well, what is about 25,000 storage building in lieu of 100,000 storage building? That would be the clear-cut point. That is almost here 2.05. Here we can see that that can be clear at the moment. 1.5 multiplied by 10 to the power 16 kilograms. Okay. Now let's check at the moments. Here we can see how much carried reinforcement concrete requires. Well, that is here 110,000 ships, cargo ships to carry reinforcement concrete required only for 100,000 buildings. And now let's check it. Well, 100 divided by 4 is what? That is 25. Now what is 10 divided by 4? That is 2.5. Now 110 divided by 5 is 27.5. That means they informs cargo ship records here 27.5 multiple by 10 cube, uh, 27.5 multiple by 10 cube ship would be record. Here we can see the velocity is here. What is the velocity? That is here 245,000 kilometer per second. And what is here? Lambda subtracted by 1. That is 0.73292. Okay. Now let's check at the moments. What is here Ketan Agarwal's business concrete cargo ships statistic analysis? That is 27.5 multiple by 10 cube multiple by, well, 585 multiple by 10 to the power 7 multiple by 10 to the power 16. Okay, now here we can see, well, it is almost here 10 to the power 23 at the moment. Well, that can be here the probability 10 to the power 23 points. Okay, now here we can see, here is the complete calculations at the moment. Now let's check it. 65 average 27.5 multiple by 585, that is what? 16,087.5 multiple by 10 to the power 26. And now here we can see the points. Well, 16,087.5 multiple by 10 to the power 26 joules as a statistic energy. Now what is the kinetic energy of Ketan Agarwal's? Here we can see it is significant terms here Ketan Agarwal's kinetic concrete cargo ships kinetic energies would be here 16,087.5 multiple by 10 to the power 26. And here we can see these points that can be divided by what? Well, 0.73292. That can be here we can notify that is almost 1.18 multiple by 10 to the power 30 joules. Okay. Now, well, what is 1.18 multiple by 5? That is here 5.9 multiple by 10 to the power 30 watts. Now what is 30? That is 24 sum by 6. And what is 24? 9 sum by 15. That means it is the kinetic power is 5.9 billion quadrillions megawatts as a kinetic force. And now let's check at the moments. What is the requirements of kinetic energies? What is the requirement of fuel? Where fuel is artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiple by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And here we can see 1.18 multiple by 10 to the power 30. Well, that can be divided by bracket of 15,408 multiple by words bracket of 666 multiple by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius bracket close. And here we can see that would be almost 1.15 multiple by 10 to the power negative 643 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiple by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. And I think here we can see that is the best charge at the moment. And here we can, it is the significant momentums at the points. Well, now let's check it. It is the Ketan Agarwal's system. Now, what is the Ketan Agarwal's sister's real estate business system? It is the significant mentions points. Okay. Now 27,500 divided by 5,000, that is almost here 6. Okay. Now but velocity is same, that is here 7 kilometer per hour, that means 2 meter per second. And now here we can see what is the kinetic energy equation. That means here 6 multiplied by 13 multiplied by 10 to the power 8. Now what is the meaning of this? What is 6 multiplied by 13? That is 78 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 joules. And now let's check get the moments. Well, now what is 78 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 joules divided by 7 multiplied by 36 multiplied by 10 to the power 5, and now that is almost 3.096 watts. And now here you can see this moments, that is the significant points. Here we could notify the whoa. Now let me tell you, well, when Ketan Agarwal was alive, his concrete cargo ship kinetic power is 5.9 billion quadrillions megawatts. When Ketan Agarwal's sister is the real estate businesswoman, here concrete cargo ship kinetic power becomes 3.1 watts. Now where is 5.9 multiplied by where is 5.9 billion quadrillions megawatts, and where is 3.1 watts? That is the significant differential moments, and that is the significant concerns. And now when it is the significant concerns at the points, well, that is the moments why Ketan Agarwal's sisters and Sia Ghosals want to assassinate Ketan Agarwal, because Ketan Agarwal's death is the beneficial only for only both for Sia Ghosals and the sister of Ketan Agarwal's. And now that is the significant dangerous points that can be notified. Okay. And now here we can see, well, what is the points when Ketan Agarwal's sister to be business women of real estate business choose the fuel as a cargo ship was. Now let's check it. What's the momentums at the points? Well, here we can see this moment 78 multiplied by 10 to the power 6. That can be divided by what? Well, that can be divided by 2000 divided by 50 divided by 1.01. And now let's check it. What's going on? That is almost 773 liters of cargo ship walls. Now let's check at the moments. What's the meaning of the points? That is here. That is 800 kilograms of cargo ship walls. Now here is the moments. Well, in the project of 25,000 storage buildings, as a requirement of concrete, Ketan Agarwal's concrete carrying cargo ships records the fuel to be 1.5 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 643 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius. Here In the other points, in these cases, well, Ketan Agarwal's sister to be business women of real estate business um, project to be five-storied buildings requires your concrete cargo ship fuel to be 773 kilograms. I mean, here 800 kilograms of cargo ship oils. Now, where is 1.15 multiplied by 10 to the power? Well, negative 643 kilograms of artificial solar arc reactor with the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 degrees Celsius, and whereas here 773 liters of cargo ship oils. That is the significant disaster on the Ketan Agarwal's real estate business. That is the wishing of whom? That is the wishing of here both of Sheikh and Ketan Agarwal's sisters. And now, in these cases, here is the justification points, and here is my question to Divya, Spandana, Ramya, the Congress members, I mean the Congress politicians, who is here, who is M-word criminals. Here, men's or women's. And here we can see who is the criminals. Shia Ghosals or Ketan Agarwal. Here we can see, we can clearly see that women are being the assassination criminals. Women are being here gender violence criminals at the moment. And now, here is my question to Divya, Spandana, Ramya, that why Divya, Spandana, Ramya states as a man to be in jail because of the R word, M word cases. That is my question. Why Divya, Spandana, Ramya considered man gender as an assassination criminal or gender violence criminals? Here is my question to Divya, Spandana, Ramya. Well, now I request to Divya, Spandana, Ramya to answer my questions. Now see you then. Khalafaz. Love you. And now here we can see I would be back on Ketan Agarwal's next probable project that would be handled by another real estate businessman. In the point of topic of the reality of Ketan Agarwal's deaths. Okay?